Okay, we're back in Legend of Heroes, Trails through Daybreak, and looking at the map here, I think this chapter is going to be more complicated than I had hoped. So not a good sign that my voice craps out right there at the very beginning of the video, less than 10 seconds in, but... So from the look of it, we only have this one job, which means I'll do this job and then we'll probably just move on with the story. It's going to be weird editing this crap. Got a 4 SPG. Spriggan, I've heard you're a tester for Marduk. With that in mind, could you help test a brand new holo core that's been developed at the Institute of Science? I'll be waiting for you at the Vern store, the Athena. Wow, this is really cutting-edge stuff. I'm surprised they have this in stores. Yo, Athena, right? You had the request for us. We're with Arkwright Solutions. Sorry, I just wasn't expecting that. I didn't think you'd take my request. So, yes, my name is Athena. I'm a researcher at the Institute of Science. I mainly do herbal energy research. Right now I'm working on a new holocore design. I finally started beta testing, so having people to help out is a big relief. So, thank you in advance for your help. Can do. You can stand and relax, though. I ain't gonna eat you or anything. Sorry, I'm just not good with people. That's why I'm really interested in communication technology. Being able to talk to people from my own room sounds really helpful. Gets really annoying fast, trust me. It's kind of why I wanted to come here. I want to make the world a little less daunting for people like me. Huh, I can't tell if you're actually enthusiastic or just motivated by fear. You sound like my coworkers. So, do you need me to go over the details? We've already read that. Much obliged. Okay, right this way. The manager and I will take you through it. So these kind folks are helping you test it out. Nice to meet you. Name's Radad. I'm the manager of the Vern store. Depending on how these tests go, you might see this holocore on our shelves soon. So I'll be keeping an eye over these field results myself. You wouldn't mind reporting your findings to me, would you? Not at all. Right, let's go ahead and dive in. So here's how I want the testing to go. This new holocore is named Basel. I'd like you to equip her to your Zyphas and take her into a few monster fights. Anything specific you need us to do once we get in a fight? I need you to do 5 moves or more while you're S-boosted. Once you're done, I'd like to hear how it felt to use. Sounds easy enough. 1 second here, okay? Here you go. Postal's a cute name. I'm curious to see what kind of holo it is. Brand new holocore straight from the Institute. Oh man, I can't wait. Well, she's a bit unique. You'll find out more after you equip her. Now we just gotta find some schmucks and ruin their day. But now that I think about it, where are the monsters around here? The road we drove on was all cleaned out. If you're looking for monsters, I'd say the Auge Canyon to the south is your best bet. Once you're off the road and past the orbital lights, things get a bit dicey. But you guys look pretty seasoned, so you should be fine. It'll make for a nice little test bed. Well, fine by me. Let's head on down and give this new holocore a whirl. Right, gotta equip it first, duh. Indeed, once we finish our preparations, let's make for the canyon. You should be able to access it from the road next to the Vern HQ building. So... status... Orbment... change core... Mare for Postal... Whoa! Wow, and that's only level 1. 7th glow is an understatement, man.
I'm Pakel. You always got me in your corner.
Like, does the sucker overheat or something? And Van needs CP.
Let's be on our way.
Wow. So this is the path through Auge Canyon. It certainly fits the name. Terrain off the paved path appears to be quite complex. Watch your footing, guys, or you're going to be flying headfirst into the river. While you're by the river, look for a van. Just saying. You could take this road to the World Kingdom, right? If you wanted, yes, though it would take you several hours to get there even by vehicle. On the other side of the border is a fortress in the Zeiss region. Signs like these really make it clear just how far from the capital we really are. We've been jumping all over the country so much lately, sheesh. You're just happy to have an excuse to drive around and you know it. Hey, I'm a simple guy. Well, let's get that holocore test started, shall we? Our task was to equip Postal and act 5 times while S-boosted. Right, let's go. So what's interesting is there's no recharge station or anything here.
Look out for ranged attacks! I'm on it! You've got a charge attack available!
This is it! Close in and kick some ass!
How's about some of this?
See, I give up on that.
Might want to boost here.
This'll hurt.
Proceed with caution. One skill coming right up!
I'll dice you up! All you on
Okay, that wasn't bad.
Too slow!
I can live with going down below?
Nice job, Agnes. Nope, we're sticking to the road for this assignment.
Good call. If we went that way, we'd be a perfect target for a pincer attack.
Plus,
Wait, if you thought it was a bad idea, why'd you even ask?
Indeed.
plus we'd be seeding the high ground, which you don't want to
This
do.
could get tricky with so many.
Take this! Let's get to work!
Look out! There's so many of them!
This'll hurt.
Might want to boost here. One skill coming right up!
It's over! Up to you, Reset!
Initiating drive.
You've got this, Agnes!
Does
Loading
it-
enemy
I was
stats.
about to say, does it resist wind? And it does.
Initializing drive.
They're stunned! Missile down!
Got the overkill, but the thing is, we didn't get the extra turn of boost.
That's how it goes.
Heavenly Halter unlocked. Or learned. Got an extra Sepith Mass there.
Looks like the gang's all here. Let's get to work.
You've got a charge attack available!
This is it! Close in and kick some ass!
This'll hurt.
Might want to boost here.
Okay, plan B.
I suggest we strike now.
Nope, that won't work either.
Some arts should really hurt. Keep it up! It's working! One skill coming right up!
Up to you, Reset!
Activating skill.
Sucker!
Go time!
Now!
So the EP charger and everything, Agnes and Rosette. Rosette probably doesn't have it, does she?
Don't worry, Citri's got your back. Don't worry, Citri's got your back. Mode.
Here we are. Okay, it's earth and water. So I have the water, I just have to put the earth there. But I have to get an earth slot, which I could unlock.
Couldn't take your eyes off me, right?
That was
Fairy now has
amazing,
rapid
Aaron.
eruption.
Holo core leveled up! Boost gauge maxed out!
Didn't see if those were both plain new materials or
Looks like some good loot.
if they were upgraded ones, the pluses or whatever. 500 of each element, which is sorely, sorely needed.
This could get tricky with so many.
Gotcha!
I'm on it! You've got a charge attack available!
Take this!
Now's your chance to deploy shards! How's about some of this?
This'll hurt.
One skill coming right up.
I'll dice you up.
I did it! Stats upgraded.
EU material. So what? Postal's already level 2.
I'll take it from here.
Watch out for ranged attacks.
I see me.
That is a load of crap, man.
I eagerly await your performance. Here I go.
You could do a charge attack too. So many enemies. Watch out. A chance for a shot boost. Activating skill.
Prepare yourself. Mr. Wei. If you please.
You've got this, Agnes.
Sucker.
Ben! One skill coming right up.
Just remember, this is a magic move.
Take this.
Have we done enough testing for the holo core?
I've got this.
Yes, I believe
I'm just getting warmed up.
Blazing Slash.
so. We can report back to the client anytime.
Like, in all seriousness, do I want... Kinda want to keep using it.
Take care. It's above an A-level threat.
Let's get to work. That's it. Close in and kick some ass.
You've got a first attack available. Engaging sharks.
This'll hurt.
One skill coming right up.
I'll dice you up. It's go time.
I suggest we strike now.
Take that. Have some more. Get to it, maid.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
Miss Clodell!
Activating skill.
Sucker. You'll pay for that.
One skill coming right up. I won't let this chance.
Unreal.
Mr. Wei.
Activating skill.
There we go.
Couldn't take your eyes off me, right?
That wasn't half bad, Aaron.
Looks like some good loot.
Looks like the game's all here.
It's done. Gotcha. It's done.
Look out! There's so many of them.
This'll hurt.
Missing one of the... Oh,
Really
I see him
hurts
here.
right now. One skill coming right up.
It's over.
I have to do something.
Activating skill.
No! I won't let this chance slip by.
So it looks like the higher tier freeze
Activating skill.
No!
also extends the duration of the debuff. It's not just a more probable chance. Tyrell Bomb.
Enemy suppressed.
Got some beast flesh. Postal's getting close to rank 3.
You were an incredible helper, Seth. Look out for ranged attacks.
Get to work.
You've got a charge attack available.
Take this out. Take this gun. Take this.
It's probably the best I can aim for.
Might want a boost here. One
Keep
skill
moving,
coming
Ben.
right up.
Over here. to you, Reset!
There we go. We're down.
It's go time!
Activating skill.
No.
You've got this, Agnes!
There. There. It should be safe for now.
Well,
Nothing to
that's
sneeze at, Agnes.
not a good sign.
Watch it. That one's big.
We can win right now.
What do you say we rough them up a little? Take this!
Wanted to do more, but I just don't see it happening.
Might want to this year.
This'll hurt.
Show me what you got!
Some arts should really hurt. Good luck. One skill coming right up.
It's over! Up to you, Reset!
Good luck. Don't mind me.
Activating skill.
There. A chance. There.
Have some more!
Aaron.
Sucker has a lot of HP.
Sucker.
Activating skill.
Falcon Talent! Keep moving, Van!
This'll hurt.
May we proceed with caution. One skill coming right up.
Over here! All for you!
A chance.
Activating skill.
Have some more!
Reset.
A chance for a shard boost.
Gotcha!
That went
Wow.
better than I anticipated.
Always got it down, Reset.
Hello, Cord. That looks like a nice chest.
EP3. That could be our Earth Quartz for a Rosette. And this looks like to be one of the many dungeons that we have to revisit later. Oh well.
What are we waiting for? Hello there.
So the sad part is, this is the most expensive slot.
Don't worry, Citri's got your back.
I could give her Earth and Verse just to speed up casting time, but that's not going to give enough, unfortunately. This will be enough for EP Charger.
Skills altered. That's a single
little
element
annoying.
slot.
See you again.
So before I actually give it back, let's take one more look at it. So I get more HP and EP. That crazy accuracy 80. I don't deal as much damage, but I have the better crit rate, the better evasion rate. So that even has the evasion counter damage attached to it. So yeah, in all seriousness, I think I'd probably be better off giving Pucelle over to Rosette.
I knew you couldn't resist.
Now I'll finally be able to get started on the report. Just gotta wait for the test results. Yeah, good timing. We gave the new holo core a spin. Oh, good work, everyone. Would you mind sharing your feedback? Can do. Can I have that holo core back first? Sure, here you go. Return the post cell core to Athena. Thank you. Let me go ahead and start uploading the combat data. Just a sec, okay. Athena connected the holo core to her laptop. So, while it's uploading, how did it feel to use? Performance, bugs, anything at all? Well, I don't have much to say about its performance, being honest. It was more, I swear that AI didn't know the difference between a fight and a playground. The hell's up with her? Don't be so harsh. She had this childlike whimsy to her. I found it pretty cute. Felt really weird. Does she heal people in combat? That's what it felt like to me, at least. A very unique core indeed. Should it hit the shelves, I imagine it'll be to the talk of the town. I, for one, do not vibe with the idea of carrying a little girl around in my pocket. I'm sure any self-respecting guy wouldn't either. But no, a resident weird already has one of those. Maybe that's what he's into. Zip it, Aaron, and leave her out of this. Not like I picked either of them. It's awfully rude, Van. You'll upset her if she hears that. Oh, right. Word through the grapevine she's an interesting holo herself. You mean Mare? You're familiar with her? Yeah, the professor told me about her. According to him, she was actually an accident. That PMC wasn't even trying to make the pinnacle of all holocores, but somehow they just did. That's why I asked you guys, actually. I knew you had experience working with cores like her. Well, that explains the funny feeling I had, so it wasn't just a coincidence. Your professor must be pretty informed if he knows about Mare Bear. Indeed, her existence isn't technically confidential, but she hasn't been promoted or publicized either. I imagine word has reached the inner circles of the industry with the three disciples, at least. Yep, that tracks. It was Professor Cronkite who told me. No wonder he knows. He's pretty much carrying the Republic's engineering sector on his back. I can confirm he's the real deal, not an engineer worth their salt who doesn't know about his work. Yeah, he was really leaps and bounds above me. He can be scary sometimes, but he really knows his stuff. I learned a ton working under him. Being honest, it was actually him who came up with Postal's adaptive AI design. I owe him for that. Is that so? We saw him not long ago. Dude gets his pick of the litter, and he goes with a little girl, right? No, that's not it. The reason Basel is a girl is because she's meant to simulate how real humans grow and learn. So the more she learns, the more she matures. Right, that's the reason. Aaron, why don't you grow up too? Does it really learn just like a real person? That's so cool. She does, yeah, but according to Professor Cronkite, she doesn't even come close to Mare's inner potential. It's been bugging him lately, actually. He was all, if some security company can make an advanced holocore, why can't we? He's been researching holocores in his spare time to try and figure it all out. Guy's driven, that's for sure. So getting back on topic, the core was fine. Being a child that hasn't learned much, yeah, her abilities are pretty basic stuff, but she was pretty easy to use. Really, thank you. Only real snag I ran into was being a bit janky deploying shards while I was boosting. Didn't really hamper me at all, but still. Compared to other holocores, Postal's deep learning algorithms may increase processing overhead and delay combat functions. Optimization should be a priority to help mitigate that, though some latency is probably unavoidable. Yeah, that does make sense. Can you each give me your feedback too? Advanced cohorts each offer their impressions to Athena. Conveniently, the holocore finished uploading its combat data to the laptop just as they were wrapping up. Thanks for waiting, guys. Now that I have the data, let me give you this back. We now have Postal permanently. Oh, we can keep her? I just wanted to thank you for helping test her. We'll be pushing updates once we iron out the kinks, so she should get better with time. Thank you so much for your help. Now I need to get back to the institute and analyze this data. Sounds good. Take care.
All in a day's work. Reward deposited.
Why would that be considered gray? Oh well, as promised.
Don't worry, Citri's got your back.
That's what you think, Citri? Does have 80 arts damage. Yeah, it's just everything else here is just too good to pass up.
You always got me in your corner. Let's be on our way.
Do you know what you want?
My sister told me she'll hold down the bar and I can do all the other stuff in exchange. Honestly, though, I feel like I'm doing the lion's share of the work. She dumps everything on me. Now I have to manage the delivery system she just cooked up on a whim last month.
Well,
Okay, let's place the call. I don't want to waste any more time for you guys than I have to. Maybe now would be a good time to call Quatre and ask about our certification cards. Contacting Quatre will cause the main story to advance. As a result, all unfinished quests will disappear.
Yes, this is Elysian speaking. Ah, it's you, Agnes.
Oh good, I was worried I wouldn't be able to get through. It sounds like there's a little bit of interference with the connection, though.
Right, I apologize for that. I happen to be in the middle of something at the moment. Could you wait for me at a place called Quatre Workshop? It's in the artisanal district. I'll be there short...
Hello?
That's not good. Sir.
Hello? Hello? What just happened? Sounded like something collapsed, and I could have sworn I heard a faint roar after that. Sounds like trouble to me. We were just at Gascard's workshop a short while ago. Let's get on back there and see what the deal is. Sorry guys, we're back. Who are you? You're the group from earlier. I thought we told you that this was a restricted area. Sorry, but Quatre hasn't been past here, has he? Wait, what? How do you know about...
I'll handle this.
Chief Engineer, Gascar.
I'm the supervisor of this here workshop. Gascar. I had a feeling when I saw you kids here earlier, but, are you the ones Quatre's been showing around town?
He told you about us? That's right, we're from Arkwright Solutions over in the capital. I'll get right to the point. We have reason to believe he's in danger. We think he might be in a mine or something like one, if that rings any bells. Can you take us there? What? Quatre's in danger?
Come with me. I'll hear your story while we're on the move. You two, contact the guild just in case. Get on it.
So there's a mine shaft in the vicinity after all. Yeah, it's used to extract a minor metal called linium. Signal's not great down there, which explains all the noise on your call. It's auto-scrolling, folks, so I can't control that. So this is where Quatre likely is? Most likely, I'd wager. He goes to check all the lights and such are working every so often. Just went in earlier to do it again. It ain't all that big of a shaft, though, and there aren't usually any monsters down here. Like, how would the monsters get in? That's my question. That's like one of the things they never really satisfactorily explained in the game before. I'm detecting multiple monsters further inside. So it does make sense in Crossville because that connects to the fort. But there are other ones we've seen in the series that are just like complete dead ends, like the one in Maine's Mountain Village, I think it was, or Mines Mountain Village. So the one on the way to Mines makes sense, but Mines itself does not. Detecting multiple monsters farther inside. Just where'd they all come from? And the timing couldn't have been worse. Arkwright, was it? And the rest of you too. You all strike me as a tough bunch. I promise to reward you handsomely, so save him, please. I'll contact the guild and someone who can help in the meantime, though, so don't go crazy. Lucky for us, we've got him on our side, huh? Alright, folks, let's get moving. Right, we have to save Quatre. Indeed, I heard the faint sound of gunfire moments ago. What, is he packing or something? Kinda dangerous for a kid like him, right? Either way, let's hurry. Okay, boys, let's go wild. Let's go so hard that we might risk a cave-in. Oh no, is it my nemesis?
Brace yourself.
Holy.
Show him what you're really capable of.
Take this! There! Gotcha! It's done now! It's nearly finished the job!
Yep, it's him. So the thing that worries me is, the big thing about these guys is their counterattack. How does that work if you're doing it in live, real-time, the field battle stuff?
Nice! That went great.
You're a true professional, then.
Gotcha! It's done!
Nice. Moving on up.
Best on this end. Boost H fully replenished.
Take this! It's That's what you get. I see me some nobody.
Take this! It's done now! Let's finish the job!
Look out!
I have to wonder if this is the Sixth Sense, because I see some dead people.
I'll dice you up! It's go time!
Activating skin.
There we go!
Titanium wristband. Got a rainbow berry. I don't think they're that expensive, but it still saves me a little bit of money since I'm extremely poor.
These things know how to put up a good fight.
They'll definitely put you through your paces if you take them one-on-one.
It's done!
Arts attacks advance!
You snooze, you lose!
No!
There it
You
is.
picked the wrong guy to fight.
Shall I prepare some
Seems
sweets
like
for
it's
you,
popping
Mr.
up
Arkwright?
slower recently. I don't know why. Hold on a second. Postal's gained, or Pokal is gained 57. Okay.
Arts work best on this end. Ready for battle. Proceed with caution. Show them what you're really capable of.
You snooze, you lose.
They're down!
This'll hurt.
Mr. Arkwright!
It's over!
Not even worth the boost.
Nice. Oh,
Beast flesh and beast essence.
great.
You're a true professional, Van.
Okay, this is the way to the loot.
Arts attacks advance! I eagerly await your performance. Show them what you're really capable of.
This'll hurt.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand.
I'll dice you up!
Make it count, Aaron. Activating skin.
There we go.
You've got this, Agnes!
Overkill.
Gotcha!
Reset.
We also get the super combo.
Have some more!
This could get tricky with some men.
What'd you expect?
Here goes. Here I go.
I've got it! I'm on! Take this! There! It's done!
Okay, I was looking for the stun there.
It's done!
This'll hurt.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Use your own.
I'll dice you up! It's go time!
No. Oh, I could do better.
So the thing that I'm trying to figure out now is how to optimize the tactical bonus so I can get that 4 times thing for the... I probably need a respawning enemy or something, I don't know. 10 UMATs.
Arts attacks advance.
I see me some nobody.
I eagerly await the performance. Don't forget about your charge attack.
But in case you're wondering, the theory that I was trying to figure out was whether or not I could just do like a large enough group to get the bonus, and long story short, the answer is no.
To get the upper hand. Certain arts will work
Okay, I can reach right here.
out of training skill.
I'll dice you up!
All you, Agnes.
Gotcha!
Reset. Now's our chance.
Sucker.
Looks like some good loot.
Action 3, which is pretty big.
Enemy suppressed. Shifting to maintenance. That's a single element slot.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Activating maintenance
Switching
mode.
to
Yeah, I think I want to give her
mode.
the action 2.
Activating maintenance mode.
activated.
I never even gave him an action quartz from the look of it. That's embarrassing. Although, truth be told, at this point, it's for speed.
Skill loadout updated.
Let us proceed ahead.
Always got it down, Reset.
Beginning engagement. Brace yourself. Don't forget about your charge attack. I do hope everyone is well.
Take this! Gotcha!
Good chance to deploy shards.
Take this! Take this! They're stunned!
Use a
This'll
shard.
hurt.
Get the other side.
It's over! Nice! That went...
Oh, right. Okay.
You're a true professional, then.
Sounds like he has it under
That
control.
sounded like live combat. We must hurry.
Telling you, it sounds like he has it under control.
Best point found.
Aw, man.
That
Well,
hits
you're
the
about to
spot.
find out why I call these things my nemesis. Found him. Quatre. What's that silver thing?
Detecting small-scale seismic shift.
That thing from before?
Are you alright?
Yes. You're all here.
Damn. What did you do to neutralize the tremors? He paired the Sun Caliber and Hollow style together most magnificently. Timing just happened to work out, it ain't gonna be happening again. A subspecies of the Abyss Worm, watch out for their chain counterattacks. Oh, they're explicit about those nowadays. Use solo skills or arts to take him down, are you good to go?
Yes. I can still fight. Theo, be sure to work with them.
Understood. Initiating interception protocol.
So as you can see, Ergetlim and Claim Soleil are obsolete now.
Now it's my turn. Might want a boost here.
Going all in.
Initiating drive.
I won't lose.
He actually has Thanatos jail.
Going all in.
Why can't I aim this? There it is. So I'm going to do the thing they recommend you never do.
Another weakness with an art. Activating skill.
It's over!
And it looks like I missed.
I'll take you on.
Hold on, you're weak to wind, eh? Whoa! Hello!
Going all in.
Why can't I aim for it, though? Seriously? Line of sight applies for magic? What the hell?
Activating drive. Reset. Missile down. A chance.
So as you can see, the whole crap about doing one at a time is a recommendation if you're packing enough firepower. So I don't know whose S-Craft I want to pop here.
Going all in.
You're right.
No! Ben! Give him your
Raise
all! Boost gauge limiter unlocked!
I didn't see how high my gauge got. Hello.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Oh man, you just made my day.
I will address you all at once. Initiating drive.
Got it!
Now's our chance.
Going.
He's muted.
Pull out all the stops.
So this is the CP battery skill.
This'll do the trick.
May we proceed with activating skill.
Optical cannon!
A chance.
Full boost. Go all out. Keep it up. It's working.
There.
Got it!
Engaging shield. I'll take you on. I suggest
Certain
we
arts
strike
will be
now.
activating skill.
Unreal Anyas.
Ben! Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Mr. Oldboy!
Think fast. Take this. Up to you, Reset.
So I want to tap him to see if he's going to spawn more.
Some arcs should really hurt.
Going all in.
Maybe it's the tracks? Like the minecart track thing? That's the counterattack that they refer to.
Sorry.
No, not now.
A chance.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Activating drive. I'll need some time to recover soon. Might want a boost here.
I can't take much more.
There.
My sincere thanks. Cha!
You'll pay for that.
So he just did take my EP.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Vitals falling. Current levels dangerous.
There.
Nap time's over. Get back to work.
Up to you, Reset.
Might want a boost here. Huh? Cha!
Thanks. I'm going.
Now's your
I'll take
chance
care
to
of them.
boost. Energy output at
Really
full
use it.
throttle. Initiating drive. Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. I'll need some time to recover soon.
There.
You saved me.
Seriously?
Not now. Initiating drive. Dispatching shield.
Stop right there!
I won't hold back. Might want a boost here.
Vitals low. I'm not doing so well.
Activating drive. Cha!
Thanks.
Got a whole slew of them.
Activating
Great.
boost gauge limiter unlocked.
No way. So Anya's gonna miss out on the EXP, unfortunately. Or maybe not. So maybe there isn't actually a need to revive people like that. So yeah, I'm trying to think of like what else I could do to get this 4.0 tactical bonus. Oh well. I'm just gonna probably Google it and see what they recommend being the fight for it. Got sent. Was that all of them? I believe that to be the case, yes. Are you hurt at all, Quatre? I'm fine, I didn't realize you'd all come. Sorry for causing you so much trouble. Ha, trouble is right. At least you weren't dumb enough to come here unarmed. An orbital pulse gun, eh? And you know your way around combat from what I saw. Same with this floating thing, too. Floating thing? Wow. It's adorable. You think? This little guy is named Theo. Much as I'd love to hear more. Mind if we shift to talking about what happened? I'd heard there aren't supposed to be monsters in here. You were checking the lights, right? Well? That's weird. Were they damaged? No, they were just swapped out the other day. Plus, it's not just that one that's gone bad, it's happening to all of them along the tunnel. You're right. These are self-sufficient lights, so they aren't on the orbital distribution network. Exactly, which means this kind of behavior should be impossible. So why? Get back here! There's more of them? This isn't good. Everyone prepare for combat. Van.
Zeros!
Now, Albus!
Does anyone here need medical attention?
Did you come all the way from the capital? Nice heroic entrance there, Junior Senior Bracer.
Well, you seem fine.
Thanks for rushing over here, Zeros.
A black wolf. It's starting to feel like just about anything could pop up around here. I see, so that's what's being tested here.
Are all of you okay?
Supervisor.
Guess that wraps up this little adventure then.
I'm okay now. You can let go.
And Quatre joins the harem now. You should have just waited for us to arrive instead of going ahead on your own. Though I suppose I can commend you for rescuing him at least. You did a bang-up job down there yourself. You got no chill every time we bump into you, but you pulled your weight back in Crail too. I'm this close to being promoted to B rank, so I would hope I could handle this much. As for your snide little comment, you can mind your own damn business. I'm perfectly chill, thank you. You're just proving his point, you know. As for you, Quatre, why didn't you call us to let us know something was off? Everything worked out alright in the end this time, but that could have easily ended worse than it did. I'm really sorry for worrying you. Thought I could handle it without any help since I had Fia with me. Cheese and crackers, well, as long as you're alright, that's all that matters. It's real worrying that monsters that big are showing up down there, though. That shouldn't be happening. Of course, orbit lights work to keep monsters away. It makes me wonder if them acting up is the cause. Is something on your mind, Quatre? Well, we saw them doing just that earlier, right? That's not the first time either. It's been happening every so often lately. They've gone out even when there was nothing wrong with the lights themselves, or they've done things they shouldn't be able to technically do. There have been times where they've been malfunctioning one minute then totally fine the next. So you went down there because it was bothering you. And that's more or less in line with what we've been hearing back at the guild. I don't think we can rule out a connection with what we're here to investigate either. Yeah, I wish you told us about that back when we were at Vern's HQ. Sorry, I couldn't really mention it in front of the CEO. Thanks for this. This is all great to know, so the guild will keep it in mind too. If anything else happens, could you let us know right away? Can do. Thanks for coming all the way over here. I know you're here due to business with the Vern Company, but you should avoid any suspicious moves while you're at it. Got it, my lord. We'll be sure to follow your lead and be on our best behavior. You can start with axing the snark. Here we go again. Well, see you later, everyone. Did you have to pick a fight with them when they just helped us out? It's fine. We're better off keeping the guild at arm's length while we're here. Well, let me just say again that I really do appreciate you coming to my rescue. But was there something you needed me for when you called me earlier? Yeah, almost forgot. There was something we wanted to discuss with you, actually. So you want to go inside the Institute of Science, do you? You're right that only Agnes has the authority to do that. And I wish I could help all of you get through with her, but I can't upgrade your card. You need to speak to this guy right here. Let me see your card. Receive C-Rank ID certification. Oh, the writing on it changed. You're C-Rank just like me now, which means you can go inside the Institute. We really owe you one. You're sure it's okay to do stuff like this without running it by that CEO first, though? Basel's run by 3 groups, the Vernon Company, the Institute of Science, and the Artisans Guild. I'm the head of the 3rd one, so I don't need anyone's approval but my own for stuff like this. Besides, you say the professor's favorite youngin'. I wouldn't be fit to call myself an artisan of Basel if I didn't find some way to thank you. Supervisor. Can't argue with that. Thanks a lot. Just out of curiosity, is C as far as you can upgrade our card? You got guts on you, kid. You call yourself a Spriggan, right? Can't say I'd peg you as the squeaky clean type, but I got a feeling you can do some good work where the guild can't. I can bump your card's rank up to a B if I feel like you've earned it, so keep up the good work. Thought he'd be more of a stubborn old mule, but he's more lax than I give him credit for. I think it's more he just trusts us a little. Well, his trust in you makes me feel better about helping you, too. That card's all you need to get into the Institute, but how about I show you the way there? Think of it as my way of saying thank you for saving me. Are you leaving, Quatre? I am, but you're coming with. Thanks for the help earlier, Zeros. Could you take care of things here while I'm gone? So their names are Fio and Zeros? They're amazing. Yeah, they're like loyal animal friends straight out of a fairy tale. The black one looks rad, in my opinion. I'm glad you can appreciate their brilliance. They're autonomous orbital drones based on holo AIs, if I recall. I've heard about the technology involved to create them. I didn't expect to see both a floating support type and a ground-based offensive type while in the field, however. You're very well informed. My apologies for not introducing myself sooner. I'm Rosette Twinings, and I'm a concierge for Marduk Total Security Company. I'm currently supporting Arkwright Solutions in their endeavors. Well, that explains how you know so much. But hold on, didn't you say this request was from... I thought Marduk's sponsors were covertly at odds with the Principality. So how did you end up establishing such a bizarre group like this? I ask myself the same thing every day. Might as well resign yourself to your fate. It was clearly Arusha's guidance that brought us together. That Mr. Arkwright's personal magnetism. How am I getting bundled with a goddess here? Guess I'll just have to let it go for now. Anyway, the Aerotram boarding platform is this way. You'll be able to use it now that your car has been upgraded. So are we actually able to go in here now? Because there's a shop. I'm really sorry for how hostile we were earlier. It's just our work here is extremely confidential. After saving Quatre, though, we owe you the keys to the whole damn town. So if you need any work done in your orbits, just let us know. We're happy to help. Really? Isn't the best workshop in Basel? Isn't this the best workshop in Basel or something? That it is. Eugen here is Supervisor Giscard's right-hand man. He's one of the most skilled engineers in the whole country. I can personally vouch for that. Wow, I'm honored. Damn sick deal. Hey, you couldn't give us a friend of an employee discount, could you? Can't go quite that far, I'm afraid. And I'm really not that good, am I? Okay, so to give you a brief rundown, I gave him the classic coin, the blue pendulum. I guess I'm missing the earring. I don't know where that was. I don't really remember seeing that. Just for the accessories in general, they don't have anything that's really ridiculous here. I don't know if there's going to be another chance to get the earring or not. We'll see. But most of these seem to cap at like 20 points, which is really not much of anything. And then I don't know if there's going to be like an upgrade to... well, this is what the pendulum turns into, I guess. Yeah, some of this stuff is just junk. Oh well. Here we go. So yeah, I could get the blue pendulum and then immediately upgrade it into the blue metal. Missing stuff for that one. Yeah, some of these are just so weak. Probably gonna be forced to use them due to lack of alternative, though. So I think these are like some of the better items I've seen. None to a lesser degree that. I don't know.
See you again.
So as for his orbment,
Switching to maintenance mode.
I have EP cut in action here, cast EP1. The major problem with him is that there's so much that's restricted to Earth, and I don't think there's a way around that, I'm afraid. So I gave him the Earth Inverse here so that he can cast the Earth spells he does have a little bit more quickly, and then he will amplify their effect. Or no, he won't. So he has Wind, Mirage, and Space. I need to unlock this one, put an Earth thing in there so he gets the Earth boost, but then you're skewing him even harder. I have Defense 3 here just so that I could get the EP charger. Like, if I have the next one for this, I can take the Defense 3 and put it here to give him the boost for the Earth spells. And then I just put Defense 2 here because there's not a lot of good offerings for Earth. And sadly, the ones that I do have, I believe I'm using an Anya. I could take Taurus off of her. Or Septium Vein.
Maintenance mode active.
Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and find something as we go. Otherwise, I'm leaving those quartz there. You know, I don't take kindly to outsiders, but friend of Quatre is a friend of mine. I owe that much for saving his life. Might have to ask you to wear a blindfold here on the floor, though. Top secret stuff going on here. Might be a bit dangerous. Hey, you're not so crotchety after all. Nice to have a friend in you, old bud. Same here. Of course, you cause any trouble and you'll be right back out the door. You're showing him around, Quatre. Just be careful with that. You know the drill. Euden's got you covered if your drones need a fixin'. Thank you. I really do appreciate you always looking out for me. I'm so glad Quatre's okay. You were the ones who helped him, right? Are you his friends? More like acquaintances. He's been helping us out a bit. What about you, kid? Your mom or pop work here? His name's Nat. He's Real's younger brother. He just can't keep himself out of the factory, so he tags along with her a lot. Vehicles especially pique his interest. Yeah, they're making a big robot here now, right? I want to see it. Come on, let me see. We've all warned Real that Nat shouldn't be walking around the shop floor, but she just can't say no to him. And they do a lot of top-secret work here. They turn a blind eye to him because he's family, but still... Hey, Nat, just don't get too close to anything, okay? You don't want to make people worried. Okay. Thank you so much for rescuing Quatre. I was really worried when I heard he'd gone down to the mine all by himself. Hey, we got a card rank upgrade out of it. I think it worked out pretty well for us. Really wish you just turned back when things got ugly, though. Your drones can't do everything out there. We were all worried to death. What if you'd gotten hurt? You're right, I'm not sure what I was thinking. I'm really sorry for worrying you. Just felt like I had to act. It didn't feel right to sit back and do nothing. I know, and that's really admirable of you. You're such a big help to everyone here. But don't risk yourself for other people like that, okay? We're here to help you when you need it, too. So real quick, just to show his other... nothing up here. Here we go.
Switching to maintenance mode.
So I was looking at a different holocore than Rame. Otis is actually pretty decent, it looks like, and it's probably going to ramp up even harder. This gives him sustain for the bigger spells. This is just about fast casting. I don't know if it's due to the level that this does more arts damage and offers more EP, but I may swap in Otis depending on what quartz I get as we go. With the EP charger, maybe I could squeeze that in somewhere and then rely on the EP charges themselves, but we'll play it by ear as we go. Anyway, I want to hit up a few of the NPCs, see if their dialogue changed. Do you remember hearing some flying up between two professors at the Institute? One of them was type of Hamilton's, wish I could tell you more, it's all I remember. Yeah, his...
Quatre, mind lending me a hand sometime today?
Sure, I'll drop by again later.
Alright, picked up lunch orders, now I deliver them. So that's a repeat. Showing these good people around the city too? I thought I saw you with a different group of students earlier. That's right, these guys have some business at the Institute themselves. They lent me a hand when I ran into some trouble earlier, so I figured I'd thank them. I see. Well, that sounds good. You just look so busy lately, it's hard not to worry about you. I hear the whole Institute is busier than ever. Everyone's been gray under the eyes of late. I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine, really. I know my limits, and I'm making sure not to overstep them. Well, if you're sure, just take care of yourself, alright? You wouldn't want to burn yourself out, especially at your age. Professor Hamilton would hate to hear that. Catch is really hot shit. It makes me wonder all the more why the CEO's acting like he is, and the Institute's rubbing me the wrong way, too. So
Not this way.
Never mind, I guess we have to go. Wait a second. Wrong way.
Hey, Quatre. Dropped off your groceries at the house.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
That wasn't fair. You cheated. You didn't outdrive me at all. Hey, a win's a win. You're such a sore loser. You always win against me. I deserve to win too. Easy, easy. I'm sorry for butting in like that. Maybe next time we can give Millie a little boost to balance it out, okay? But that wouldn't be fair either. I just want to beat him fair and square, okay? Hey, don't take it out on him for helping. Why can't you just suck it up? This is just great. Didn't expect to find one of Elaine's co-workers in an argument with some kids. Looks like you can use a hand, too. Hey, fancy running into you here. What happened to the hot shit bracer I bumped into earlier? Can't break up an argument between a couple kids? You? Goddess of all the people. If you just want to laugh at me, you can do that later. I'm on official business, so get lost. No, not at all. I apologize for interrupting you. It's just that you looked like you were in need of help. So, what are you two arguing about? We heard a bit of the conversation, but could you fill us in? We race each other with RC cars a lot, but Millie is way too good a racer, so she usually wins. She really whooped me today, so I was down in the dumps. Then this really cool bracer came over and offered to help. Well, aren't you a model bracer, huh? The kids love you. I headed back to the guild after I ran into you guys, but then I came across these two after I started my rounds. The boy's car is a Lino land carrier, just like the one we use at the guild. I can't deny it got me a little curious. One thing led to another, I kinda lent him a hand. Didn't know they made RC versions of those. I dig it, even little tykes can wheel these around. Wait, hold on a second, is that a Nightbreaker? Now that you mention it, yeah, it looks exactly like your car, just a different color. They make radio-controlled versions of those too? Yep, they do. I'm a big fan of this model. Hey, you know what's up? When it comes to power, you can't be an ingert. Oh yeah, totally agree with you. What am I watching? So yeah, today was just different. I followed the advice the bracer gave me and I won. I actually won. I beat her for the first time in forever. But Millie is being a real sore loser about it. I beat her fair and square. You didn't beat me fair and square. You had a coach. I've always beaten you all by myself. But now I'm supposed to accept I lost because you got an adult to help you? How is that fair? Oh, come on, it sucks losing all the time. Just let me have this. Beat me by yourself first. If you're happy to cheat, then go race in the Cheaters Club. You can win all you want there. Hey, you want to say that again? Look, I'm sorry. I realize in retrospect that I shouldn't have gotten involved. So, yeah, this is how it's been for the last minute or so. Yeah, that's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? I got an idea, actually. How do you feel about pairing up with me, young lady? Alvis takes the boy, and then we've got a perfectly fair 2-on-2 rematch. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah, that works for me. With an adult on my side, too, it'll actually be fair. Excellent idea, Mr. Arkwright. This should help them race each other more fairly. Okay, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Guess a broken clock's right twice a day. I see right through you, though. You don't just do things out of the kindness of your heart. You've got an ulterior motive, don't you? No. My intentions are as crystal clear as that pickup's paint job. I just don't like seeing my favorite truck lose a rigged race. That's all there is to it, man. Justice. You know, that toes a fine line between genuine swagger and just idiocy. Yeah, he does that. Well, it works for me. I guess if I got a squint, I can see your point. So how do you two feel about it? Does that sound good? Sign me up. I want to show him who's boss. It'll be me and him versus the two of you. Me too. Last time wasn't just a fluke. Watch. Alright, we've got ourselves a match. I won't lose this time. Uh-huh, prove it. That's a relief. The kids are calmed down now that we figured out a resolution to all this. But now I'm indebted to a Spriggan of all people. Don't let this go to your head, you hear? This doesn't even register on my balance sheet. Just don't hold back, you hear? I'm not going easy on you. This is about more than just you and me or those two kids. It's Lino versus Ingert. And us Ingert fans, we don't take a loss lying down. Yeesh, you're way more into this than I am. But hey, you got a point. This is a chance to settle our differences for good and all, so you know what? Bring it. Wow, everyone's really pumped up for this. Van can't help himself when it comes to cars, as we're all aware. It would be nice if this helped him get along better with Alvis, too. We should start by finding a suitable race course. What did you use for your match earlier? It was right here, just a really straight and narrow sprint. I think we should go somewhere else. We need a proper circuit for this. Yeah, something nice and open. I want that too, but I don't know where. There aren't many open spaces where we won't be getting in anyone's way. I might have an idea, actually. I know a venue that might be willing to host us. I'm not 100% sure, but it's worth asking. Follow me, everyone. I'll see if I can get permission. So now it's +3, so that means there's more points to be had. Sure, I'm in. Great, to Newtown then. That's where this is where this venue is.
Time to go solve some problems.
Alright, I think I gotcha. So you want a venue for your RC race? Yes, the Pavilion has hosted RC races in the past, if memory serves. Would you be willing to lend us an event space for a race of our own? Now it's making sense. Well, how could I refuse a request from you, Quatre? I'll talk to the administrator and see what I can do. Our schedule's pretty quiet right now, so they shouldn't have a problem with it. Let's make this the best race you've ever seen. Thank goodness. Now I really can't wait. Didn't think you had inroads with the Pavilion. Nice job calling in those IOUs, Quatre. They do come in handy. I should specify, though, this is more for me. The Pavilion works closely with the Institute and the workshop, so we're well acquainted. Out of curiosity, what kinds of RC cars are you bringing? I'll be using my Lino land carrier, and I've got an Ingert Nightbreaker pickup. Wow. Lino and Ingert? Seriously? Is that a problem? What's with the alarm? You know those makes, right? I'm a Lino employee who has loved this company for 20 years. I'm an Ingert employee and a fanatic in my own right. And Petra and I get a little spirited when we debate over the two. We'll have a drink and some snacks and just go to town. If this is a battle between Lino and Ingert, then we have to treat this seriously. You bet, this is company pride we're talking. Oh yeah, this race has big implications way beyond just RC stuff. It's two bitter rivals going at it, and for these youngins, that can make or break their brand allegiances. It's serious stuff. Sounds a bit extreme. I really don't think it's quite that important. Yeah, they've lost me. Oh, I have an idea. We have some aftermarket parts over in the storehouse. I'll let you two have a sneak peek on me. Don't tell anybody, okay? Would you mind giving us some time to work out the track? We want to make sure it's perfect as can be. Sure. By all means. Yeah, thanks a lot. A few minutes later. I'll go over the rules one more time just to be safe. Team Dick and Team Milia will compete in a 2-on-2 relay format. After 2 laps, the first racer will hand the controls to the second. They will complete 2 more laps for 4 total. The finish line will be right here at the start, understood? So Dick and Milia will lead off their respective teams. Yeah, then Van and Alice will compete against each other in the second leg. I'm getting really excited. Who's gonna win? Racers, on your marks. Get set. Go. Man, they're really fired up. You said it, I'm glad they're having fun. Wait, why am I being all buddy-buddy with you? We're not allies anymore, we're enemies. Sure, sure. With that, the race is off to a thrilling start. Milia climbed out to an early lead with her Nightbreaker. But after negotiating the turns, Dick's land carrier began to catch up down the long straight. He had swapped out its stock motor for an aftermarket sport engine boasting much stronger acceleration. The track favored straight-line speed with a series of straightaways, allowing Dick to pull ahead of Millie after the first lap. Not to count Millie out, she closed the gap in the corners with her skillful driving. She had cut the deficit, but she still lagged behind Dick's souped-up machine as their leg of the race came to a close. I'm Lee and Elvis, I did it! You sure did. Leave the rest to me, buddy. Dang it, you win this round, Dick. Go get him, Van. You got it. Gave me some nice momentum to work with. With the third lap underway, Van and Elvis tested their mettle. So the part that doesn't make sense is she lost her lead on the turns, but then made it back on the turns. Or closed some of the gap on the turns, I should say. Should have expected as much from a Lino employee's special customization. They really understand this thing's unique qualities. Same here. But neither side has a clear advantage. There's no ace in the hole. What the? Sorry to interrupt. Both of these cars are designed to go off-road, so what's the point in keeping them on the road? Paved roads are hardly their natural habitat, so we decided to spice up the track a bit. This puts every facet of your cars to the test. That's rad, you guys know how to put on a race. Wow, that's so cool. Man, I wish I could have raced on this. Wonder how I'd have done. Okay, built up a little lead here, gotta protect that, no mistakes. How do I want to go about this? That cardboard's a big old roadblock, but I'm already behind. What's the play here? Can we smash through it? Eh? No time to lose. Full throttle, baby. Aw, man. Oh yeah, how's that? Not bad. Got the off-road bit coming up next. This is gonna be good. LCs chew these roads for breakfast, land carriers. Can't push my grip on this surface, but I can't afford to give up any ground either. Do I hold steady or do I punch it? We got lucky the first time. Let's not push it. So, we will stay the course. Gotta be patient here. Just can't shake him. Last big curve coming up. The inside line is less distance, but he's gonna want it too. All or nothing, boys. I'll take that inside line, thank you. Oh, no you don't. That corner's mine. Gotcha, bitch. You little... Got one last ace up my sleeve. Get a load of my twin turbo. What the? How'd you get that? Is that even allowed? Yo, this is sick. Wonder if I can get one of these for my truck. Don't you whine to me about the rules. Anything goes, right? I've never seen a part like that. Wow, he's really proud of that. He was off chatting with Chamberlain about something earlier. I suppose that's what it was. You were sitting on that one for a while, huh? But how? I swapped the motor and everything. You're mine. All four of you really put on a show there. But in the end, only one team can be the winner. On with the results. Lena versus Ingrid, the winner of this white-hot relay race, RC race, is the Ingrid team, led by Captain Milia. Wow, we really did it. They had us there, but you outdrove them in the second half. Way to go. It was nothing, thanks for letting me tear up the course with your Nightbreaker. Hate to admit it, but you have me beat. Maybe I owe you some respect as a gearhead. Maybe. Man, you're a really good driver, Elvis. I will learn how you race like that. But I am not losing to you again, Milia. Best 2 out of 3. You're on. Well, that was quite the show. I wasn't expecting to end up so invested. Yeah, but I think we've hogged the pavilion long enough with that. Let's bounce. Yeah, I should get back to my rounds. Okay, let's head back to the Arsenal District and race there. Yeah, good idea. Well, I'm glad they've mended things. It's like that big fight from before never happened. That ballooned a bit, didn't it? But hey, all's well that ends well. I really owe you guys for that. It's our line. How can we say no to a race between two of the auto industry's biggest rivals? Orbital cars aren't just machines, they're the future. There's something that kids and adults both can appreciate. That race was exactly what the Motor Pavilion is all about, spreading the joys of motoring to all. Come on back sometime, will ya? The Grand Prix may have ended, but Dick and Milia still hungered for racing. Van and company saw them back to the Arnsel District, and then made for the Institute.
That's a wrap.
4,000 Mira, and we get 2 SP. You're a really great driver. You handled my Ingrid like it was nothing. Wish I could drive like you. I'll just have to keep at it. Gotta keep practicing against Dick. I can't let my driving skills get rusty. Thanks so much for the help earlier. Racing is just the best. I picked up a lot of good pointers, so I should level up as a racer soon. Next time I'm taking Milia down all on my own. Just you watch. So, anything else here while we're here? They probably won't let me go to the inn. Oh well. I also have no clue how I'm going to break this up because they don't allow the clean cuts here. Did a quest, did a story, did a quest, did some story. There's probably going to be another quest over here waiting for us.
Wow, we're so high up.
This is kinda nice.
It's the kind of thing you'd only find here. Professor Hamilton designed this, right?
Oh, I'm impressed you knew.
Is something wrong? Not at all. It's just that while I've heard about everything here, seeing the whole world with your own eyes for the first time is without doubt an unparalleled experience.
I know what you mean. I feel the same way after diving into the world of a good book for the first time.
October 23rd, 4:02 p.m. Basel Institute of Science. Here we are, the Basel Institute of Science, the place where the Republic's most cutting-edge research gets done. It's situated in such a beautiful location, too. The views of the canyon from here are just stunning. Yeah, this area is supposed to be popular with tourists for exactly that reason, though even they need a card right now. So isn't that bad of a spot to sightsee, I guess, but there's no real place to live it up in town. Speaking of tourism, what's that rounded building over there? I've been wondering this whole time. That's the Astronomy Observatory. That's a place where you look at the stars, right? That's right, there's a very powerful telescope there that lets you see far more of them than you could with the naked eye. There are many who believe that astronomy is the discipline from which all others draw their roots, even if others disagree. It actually originated in the Central East, if you didn't know. Really? Pretty sure they were big on stargazing in that fallen empire to the east back in the day, too. This is turning out to be very educational. Huh. So, where would you like to start? I'd be happy to show you around if you want. Nah, it's fine. We're just gonna wander around for a while and see what we find. If you can tell us where the main facilities and research labs are, that'd be plenty. Well, if you're sure, they're marked on the building's map already, but here you go. Well then, I've got work of my own to take care of, so I'll get going for now. If anything comes up, you're always welcome to contact me on my Zypha. Thanks. Aw, I was hoping we could stay with him longer. He knows so many cool things. I feel the same way, but it would be difficult. Yeah, he's just gonna get in the way when we start poking our noses around in dark places. I doubt we're gonna get any new L4 SPGs here, but here's hoping we can learn more about this abusive professor, wherever they are. Let's get to work. Remember to act casual and not make it obvious what we're here for. Understood. Okay. There's another shop there. Hey, Elvis, any luck with that job I gave you? Wait, you're still not done? What were you taking care of some kids? I mean... Okay, I guess that's fair. Anyway, I've got another job for you. Yeah, I saw somebody looking suspicious out on the edge of town. Could you have a look around, see if you find anything? Thanks. Give Regina my regards, too.
Alright.
Now, what's it say?
Doesn't look like there's any good info here. I thought Athena might be here by now, but nope, no sign of her. She's a shy one is the thing. I was hoping it'd go smoothly since the higher-ups are all on board with it, but evidently not. I get she's nervous, but really there's nothing for her to worry about. She needs to just relax. Though she did say she was working on some other project too. Maybe she's just really busy. Okay, everything else is inside the building.
This campus is just as big as I expected.
Let's take a look around. Gotta check out all the spots that kid mentioned.
Very well.
Welcome to the Basel Institute of Science. Are you here to speak with researchers or students here? We're a bit busier than usual, pardon us. We have a number of students visiting at the moment. But if there's anything I can help with, please do let me know. Professor Cronkite's theses are like these windows into the future. It's crazy just how smart he is. His foresight really helps him get ahead of the curve and develop new technologies before people even realize they need them. I doubt I'll ever be half the scholar he is, but I really want to learn what I can from him all the same. Dad's factory is a relic of the past. It has nothing to do with me, and I have no reason to cling to it.
Well...
Hello everyone, I didn't think I'd run into you all here. We just finished touring the Epstein Foundation and ZCF branches here, so now we're taking a brief tour of the Institute. There's really not much we can do, though, since we can't attend any of the lectures here. Being honest, it's rather boring. Boring for you, maybe. You sound like you already know a lot about a lot of the stuff here. We're not as encyclopedic as you know. All this Epstein's UCF stuff is brand new to me. She's just full of secrets, isn't she? But hey, we got to see and learn some really cool stuff because of it. Ren said she might have something extra special for us after we're done here, too. Might is the keyword, mind. I can't make any promises. What does she mean by that? Beats me, I'm not too worried about her. Let her do her thing and let us do ours.
Alrighty.
The Epstein Foundation was really something special. We got to hear lots of interesting stories at the ZCF branch, too. Ren said that her best friend works there, even. She has so many of those connections. It's really mysterious, but hey, I'm not complaining. The best friend being Tita, I guess. So, how's everything been going on your end, Anya's? If it gets to be too much, you can back up with us. You can join back up with us, okay? Miss Perfect is Miss Popular too, huh? Thanks, Albert. But I'll be fine now, honestly. Alright, glad to hear that. He did promise me earlier, but I can't guarantee it'll happen just yet. You never know with how plans can change. Still, I can hardly think of a place in Basel I'm more interested in, so it's worth a shot.
Indeed.
Is there someone over here? Success! That was a super quick reaction there. Way quicker than I expected. That bodes well. It means it's even more flammable than I first thought. I've got a winner on my hands. Just gonna take a swig of my special juice to recharge, then I'll be back in action. Morris produced a vial of something from his coat pocket and downed it with gusto. Ooh, oh yeah, I can feel my cells supercharging. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? Controlled substance? No worries there. Can't be controlled if it's not for human consumption in the first place. I'm onto something with this, I swear. It's the perfect pick-me-up after my explosion tests. It was meant to be, I tell ya. This door here leads to the Special Research Building. They do a lot of top-secret research in there, so it's closed to the general public. Seems this building requires a higher security clearance than the rest of the city. Top secret, huh? Sounds like the perfect place to harass your coworkers and get away with it. Wouldn't jump to conclusions, but yeah, it's worth looking into. Let's ask around and see what the people around here know. So I have a feeling that's probably going to be the final dungeon for this chapter. It's such a shame the wonders of fungi go unrecognized. I've been trying to secure funding for my research, but to no avail. I swear my lab is the only one in the entire biochem building that gets so routinely snubbed. What gives? Professor Esmer, Professor Orally, they're just swimming in grants. But the limitless potential of fungi goes untapped for another day. Woe is me. It's ironic his name is Lionel, not like Mario or Luigi or something. Hello there, and welcome to my kitchen. Everyone loves the food we serve here, or at least I thought they did, but we have had one poorly looking diner recently. He works in the Special Research Building, and he's been eating a lot less lately. He looks terrible. He and his assistants always used to have these voracious appetites, too. What happened to them?
What'll it be for today?
We already have that one.
Thanks a bunch.
Taste it.
Well, time to get to work, I guess. Wait a second, I can go to the second floor from over here. Bingo!
Theoretically speaking.
Well...
You can take your theories and stuff them. Oh, you're the guys who helped test my holocore. Thank you, the data you gathered really helped a lot. I work with signals and communications. My progress right now studies how they're used in Zyphas. I was really honored, honestly, but being able to work alongside Professor Kronkai was just so... I've heard much about the Institute of Science, and I must say it does live up to its reputation. It's the highest seat of learning in Calvert, after all. You have many of the country's brightest minds all under one roof. We won't be able to see the entire thing in one trip, but I hope I can at least catch the highlights while we're here. Man, the Epstein tour was out of this world. I got to see vintage memory quartz in there. How far we've come, huh? I didn't know that photos and videos were first developed for astronomy. But soon enough it branched out into other things, and that led to orbital films as we know them today. It's just so cool to see how the medium took off. Glad to hear you're having fun. You bet. I know you're busy with work and all, but you should see the slides yourself, Agnes. Yo, Jillian, did you get a look at that researcher who just walked by? She was a total knockout. She had that sciencey look to her with the glasses and the messed up hair. It's not just me dreaming, is it? We gotta be a match. Sorry, but I have no idea what you're on about. Is she more beautiful than the aerotram attendant you were flying over half an hour ago? Dude, everybody here is a 10. There's something about this town, I swear. It's awakening something in me. Lyle, maybe quit while you're ahead. The heck is this? I worry for her, I really do, but I just don't have the time to check up on her. Next time I see her, I think I'll recommend her these vitamins I like. I was on the advisory board for them, actually. I do worry about how she's the only woman on her team. I don't want her to feel afraid to speak her mind on things. The door's on the other side. But there's still someone over here. One of my papers was published in the scientific journal Formula last month. It was about a hypothetical social experiment where you gather big data from personal computers and use data science to crunch the numbers. I'm honored that the scientific community received it so well. Even Professor Cronkite gave it a thumbs up. I still want to explore that concept some more, though. I really want to use one of the giant orbital calculators they have in the labs here. I just can't, and that really grinds my gears. Professor Callahan's kind of freaking me out nowadays. All the professors say he's a really nice guy, though. They talked about how he used to help mentor younger researchers at the Institute. Are they really talking about the same guy, though? All I get from him are evil glares, and he's fed up with me already. Yeesh. Network engineering is my forte, but I do a lot of work with the civil engineering guys too. Earthquake resistance, grid planning, that sort of thing. Professor Callahan in particular, he's been a big help to me. He's been awfully irritable lately, but he's a good person deep down. Maybe he just needs a drink or two to unwind.
Alrighty.
If you need anything from me, I'll just be reading here. We do have plenty of papers here, though I don't know enough about them to make any recommendations. Do handle them with care, though. They're very important papers. Sounds like plenty of students and faculty come his way. That tracks. Maybe he's overheard a word or two about the allegations.
Let me ask you something.
A power-tripping professor, you say? Well, if it were anybody, I'd put my money on Cronkite. He's awfully quick to dismiss people, haughty in a word. Kind and helpful aren't exactly synonymous with him, at least from what I've seen and heard. I see. Have you heard anything about any of the other professors that might relate to these allegations? Let me think now. Well, I can't see Professor Orley doing anything like that. She's just a bundle of sunshine, not a mean bone in her body. Sometimes I even see her in here picking up research materials for her students. Then there's Professor Callahan. He's always made a point of helping out his assistants. He's certainly not a bad person in my view, but he's gotten a bit of a bad rap after his work went south. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. We greatly appreciate it. And downstairs we go. That's the dude downstairs already.
Well...
Seriously, do they need this many vending machines scattered across the floor? Can they not just walk to a centralized location where you can find all of them? This is killing me. Oh, I remember seeing you at that Orbital Cafe in Edith. I live over here in Basel. I didn't expect to see you here, too. My family lives over in the capital, so I'm out there a lot, both to visit them and do my civil engineering research. I'll be cooped up here for a while, though. I've got a big paper to finish up. She's a student here, huh? We should try talking to her. If I remember, she was the one in the cafe in the corner on the computer.
Can we talk?
And it looks like she's the one to talk to. A professor abusing their authority, you say? That's a bit of a stretch to me, not gonna lie. I can say for certain that Professor Cronkite and Professor Tane would never do that. It can't be them. Oh, what makes you so sure of that? Well, so Professor Cronkite's a man few words, so he can come across as kind of scary. But he means well, really. I mean, he's one of the greatest minds of our time. He lives and breathes science. And then Professor Tane is just really friendly to everybody. He's always looking out for people. He's known the world over for his work in civil engineering and urban planning. The Basel Institute of Science certainly earns its reputation. Its faculty are all accomplished scientists and engineers in their own right. Yep, lots of famous people come here to study and lecture here. Professor Callahan's a real celebrity, too. He's a real whiz when it comes to mechanical engineering. He's the brain behind the military's new weapons. Last I heard, though, his new big proposal got shot down in favor of someone else's. He didn't really take that very well. But he's bounced back from what I can tell. He's really putting his all into this new project. I'm really humbled to get to work with so many hardworking and talented people. Hardworking and talented people can still be assholes. Are they good people, is what we're asking. Could you maybe have phrased that a little less aggressively? Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. You were a big help. I work as an assistant Professor Arquette's, I don't know how that's pronounced exactly. Professor Arquette's lab over here. I've noticed some troubling things coming out of the other labs, though. This one woman, she's looked absolutely drained every day. Wish there was something I could do to help her, but I really shouldn't go butting into other labs' business. Just hope she has someone she can talk to, be it a coworker, a professor, or someone else. It's a bit fishy there. Might have to ask him about that.
Let me ask you something.
Workplace harassment? Goodness. I've heard these bits and pieces, but I'm a bit nervous to talk about it. We won't tell anyone, don't worry, anything helps. I've heard loud shouting from one of the other labs, yes, it stunned me out of the work I was doing. I heard stuff like, "You idiots, can't you do anything right?" and "You're a disgrace to the Institute, get out." He's just lashing out at everything and everyone now, it's really disturbing. Which professor was the one doing that? I just can't say it, sorry. If they find out it was me, I'd have hell to pay. It's really gnawing at me, the abuse is only getting worse and worse from what I'm told. I've heard the works, fatigue, depression, exhaustion, even a couple of researchers fainting on the job. That whole department looks visibly shaken these days. The stress is just too much for them. I worry they'll all end up like Cindy. Cindy? What happened to her? She's at her breaking point from what I can hear. I hardly see her at the Institute anymore. We've all been trying to support her however we can, but it's rough. It really is. Damn, yeah, it's not good. Who's the professor helping her out of curiosity? That would be Professor Esmore. She's in the bioengineering department. She's known the world over for her cutting-edge research, a real upstanding woman. She's always up to her neck in her own work, though she probably doesn't know the extent of the abuse at the other labs. Yeah, thanks for filling us in. This still helps us a lot. Alright, I think we've combed this area over pretty well now. Let's go sit down somewhere and try piecing things together. I recommend that open space in front of the Institute grounds. I saw some benches there that we could use. Sounds like a plan to me. Okay, they are making me walk to the sucker. We can go this way to get out. No one's playing Frisbee in the quad? What the hell? I thought this was a college. Alright, we about ready to sit down and get cracking? Well, that was pretty good. We got our hands on some nice info there. We learned a lot of professors' names, too. There's Professor Callahan, the Engineering Science Authority, Professor Orley in the Chemistry Department, Professor Concrete, a well-respected expert in physics and orbital engineering, and Professor Tane, an architectural researcher. And then one Professor Esmore over in Bio. They all sounded really capable, but of course the stat sheets don't tell the whole story. They all sound like oddballs in their own right. I think we can pretty safely narrow down the perp down to one of those 5. I agree, we have pretty strong evidence to suggest that. Alright, let's take our evidence from the top then. All the people we talked to, all the testimonies, they all had this one thing in common. I see what you mean. They won't say a name, like... I don't know. As far as I know, there haven't been any mentions of threats. Not a single one named the culprit. Some of those guys knew who it was, but it kept sounding like they were too scared to name him. Would have made our job a hell of a lot easier if they had just named the guy, but nope. Yeah, now that you mention it, that is kind of weird. I can understand not wanting to be labeled a snitch, but it felt like there was more to it than that. They were afraid of the culprit, but you could tell they respected them too. They didn't want to sully this good professor's good name. Some of the people said the guy wasn't always like that. Something changed them. Probably the conflict over that proposal we heard about. Something about hard feelings. That one guy said they had to crunch after the proposal fell through. Telltale sign of abuse to me. Video game dev, what can I say? Hits home. Although I wonder how badly the translators have to crunch on this too. While they still have jobs, that is. That does seem likely, though we can't say for certain what changed the professor's behavior. That would be a reasonable explanation. That said, no circumstance justifies such an abuse of power and status. This professor is truly incorrigible. So that's who you think the culprit is? Yeah, you asked me, there's only one professor who fits the bill. So, the one who had his proposal shot down, of course, was... Callahan. Professor Callahan's our guy. He's one of the foremost authorities on engineering science, perhaps the smartest man in the whole field. I've seen him in the papers plenty of times before. He's always described as a savant. Notably, he helped modernize the military's weapons and equipment. But he's got revenge on his mind. Sounds like some other professor one-upped him, and that's got him pissed. I get it sucks, but you'd think a world-renowned scientist would be less childish about it. You'd know a thing or two about acting like a child, wouldn't you? No, you usually call me a grandpa. Which is it, bud? Is now the time? So, what do we do now? We have all the recordings of the people we talked to. That all points to Professor Callahan being the suspect. So what's our next move? Do we hunt down our client and give them the tapes? Nah, I'm thinking we get Professor Callahan's opinion on it without accusing him directly. We nudge him in the right direction, he might just turn himself in. What do you mean? Simple. We tell him about these abuse rumors going around, we talk to him, we talk about all these exhausted students, and he connects the dots on his own. Failing that, we already know it's him. He is bound to figure out his reputation's on the line. The more he hears about this, if he's smart, he'll fess up. So that's what we do. We give him a subtle little nudge, and he does all the work Elsyme wanted for us. 2 birds with 1 stone right there. That sounds really scheming. I'm not so sure we're the good guys all of a sudden. Well, it is a quintessentially Spriggan-like way of solving our problem. Fine by me. To the Power Tripper's lab, then. Actually, where is it? I don't remember seeing it while we were taking our tour. I suspect it's in the Special Research Building. We need some form of clearance to enter, of course. We passed by a door with a guard in front earlier. They won't let any ordinary civilian inside. I suspect we need an A-rank card at the very least. It's hard enough for us to get a C-rank card. I think getting an A-rank one is off the table. What should we do then? Maybe wait for him to leave the building and ambush him? Nah, old Van's the man with the plan. All that matters is that we get inside the building. Doesn't matter how we do it. And being a Spriggan, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Van, you're kind of scaring me with that smile there. We defer to you. What's your strategy, Master Spriggan? So first, we just roll on up to the building like anybody else would. Once we get there, we convince the guard to let us in. Just act naturally and we're golden. So we're not going to do the tried and true pizza delivery thing? The thing you have to watch out for with guards is they may eat the pizza and claim it never came. Excuse me, is this where we can find Professor Callahan? We're here to speak with him. Right, yes, may I see your card, sir? Of course. Van handed over his certification card. C-rank, I'm sorry, but I can't let you in without the proper security clearance. If you don't mind me asking, what business do you have with them to begin with? Glad you asked. We're here on behalf of the Principality of Elsyme. We figured there was an appointment for us, but we just now found out they didn't set anything up. Sorry for the inconvenience. We wanted to inquire Professor Callahan's new research. It's caught our investors' interest. His finds have seismic implications. Even the Zypher Revolution would be small potatoes compared to this. So we looked into meeting with him and collaborating on his research, only to learn that Marduk was interested in the same thing, so now we've got ourselves a 3-way partnership here. I am here on the Marduk Company's behalf. I'm a concierge in their employ. So you're meeting with him to discuss a grant, is that right? I'm a bit surprised to hear both Elsyme and Marduk are collaborating on this, but well, stranger things have happened, I guess. I apologize for the inconvenience. That said, who are these children with you? Surely they're not employees. Pardon? I'm not a kid, I'm just short. They're associates of an Elsyme VIP, pardon them. They're here on Elsyme's behalf as well, so they were looking to sit in on our meeting. This is a little awkward, though. We came all the way from Elsyme just to get turned away at the door on a technicality. I'm not sure what to tell them when we get back home. Really, I'm sorry, there's clearly been some kind of a mix-up here. Your arrangement might have been lost in the shuffle with all the Aramis students visiting. You must have been issued the same rank card as them by mistake. I'll go clear this up with Professor Callahan. 1 minute, please. Of course, we'll be waiting. You sure you're okay with him calling your bluff? Of course. Who's he to turn down grant money? That ain't what we're really here for, but he just has to take the bait. Thank you for your patience. The professor would like to meet with you at once. Go right in. Thank you very much. Can't believe you managed to deceive your way past someone again. Hey, nothing I said was a lie. Not my fault if someone else takes what I said the wrong way. Bet you tell yourself that every single time, huh? Yeah, you must be a real pro at this. I mean, it's not something to be proud of. As your sudden embarrassment suggests. I wish you would at least stop to think about the bad influence you might be having on Fairy.
So you're trying to blame all of this on me, are you?
Not at all. I'm in no way trying to suggest your latest research is the cause. If anything, the approach you're taking with your latest project rather fascinates me.
Does it now?
That being said, work on my own project has reached a critical juncture. I cannot afford any issues with net traffic at this time.
That certainly sounds like blame to me, Cronkite. You may be one of Professor Hamilton's students, but that doesn't give you the right to...
So sorry for the delay. Oh? Who the devil are you? This is a restricted area, you know? Not to worry, we have permission to be here. Could either of you direct us to Professor David Callahan's office? So you're the ones I just heard about. We're finished here, Cronkite. Now if you would all follow me. Yang, Professor Cronkite and Callahan. Funny running into you guys here. Whoops. We could say the same thing. Mr. Arkwright, do you have business here? Quatre? What are you doing here, Slucian? And who are these people with you? They are students here on an educational visitation from the capital. I've been assisting them during their stay. Professor Cronkite was gracious enough to extend us an invitation to visit him when we happen to see each other in town. So we asked Mr. Slucian if he could lead the way. I do not believe I invited anyone but you, nor did I imply we should meet quite this soon. But I suppose chasing your way here would be more work than just humoring you. Very well, follow me. Really? It would be nothing short of incredible to see your work up close, Professor Cronkite. Well, we'll get out of your hair now. We apologize for the interruption. I can see that you're very busy, but it would be a pleasure to speak more on another occasion, Professor Callahan. Oh? I suppose that can be arranged? Must be nice to have enough free time to spend on such frivolous nonsense as educational visitations. Well, come with me. I want to make this brief. Of course, Professor.
Wait! I'd like to listen in on this conversation too, if you don't mind. As their guide, I suspect it has everything to do with me.
Take a 10-minute break. Do not return late.
Yes, Professor. Excuse us? Professor David Callahan.
As you know, my name is David Callahan. I believe you're here to talk about Elsyme and Marduk investing in my research. That makes for a very interesting combination, if you don't mind me saying. What exactly led to this?
Is that what you were told? There seems to have been a misunderstanding then. We are currently working for Elsyme, and we do have a Marduk employee with us, but that's all. What? We're currently in the middle of an investigation, you see, and a lead happened to bring us here. Wanted to follow up on a rumor that some extreme abuse of power has been taking place in a laboratory here. That's the face of a guy who's got something to tell. Who asked you to investigate this? Couldn't tell you, didn't leave their name, but they did tell us all about what's been happening. We've heard all about the ridiculous workloads and insane hours they and their colleagues have been forced to endure. About how they're never allowed any rest and are woefully underpaid, and how they receive vicious, constant verbal abuse from their superior, even to the point that someone collapsed from overwork and has been driven to the brink of suicide. That's just... We have all the testimony and evidence we need to act if that's what it comes to, but we thought it better to come and hear your thoughts first. Excuse me? It's not too late to turn things around. So many people we spoke to were quick to say that you weren't always like this. They mentioned how they almost had trouble believing just what you'd become. We could see how afraid people are of you now, and how they dislike what you've become. But at the same time, we could see how deeply they respect you, too. We're not heroes of justice like the cops or the guild. We're just about finding common ground and putting things to right. As long as you're willing to work with us, we can... That is enough. Don't talk to me about respect and then immediately resort to blackmail. I cannot believe one of my assistants would try to set me up like this. Unbelievable. I give them a golden chance to help me obtain glory beyond their imagination, and this is how they choose to repay me? How could you say that? You know we've got evidence of what you're doing, right? Sure you want to pick this fight? Do what you will with your evidence. All I have to do is cover it up. No one's going to believe some lowly assistants over an esteemed professor. Professor? I am 2 mere steps away from completing my research, And they pick now to sabotage my efforts? Very well, then damn the human cost. I'll start working them to the bone to make up for their...
Just listen to yourself, Professor! What has gotten into you? You used to be so kind and supportive. Professor Hamilton held you in such high regard. Even though I was one of her students, you would still take the time to look after me. I just can't understand why all you do lately is spit in the face of her achievements.
Quatre. I suspected as much.
Sorry. That's a private matter between us. But please, at least stop and think about how you're treating the people who work under you. They took their positions because they dreamed of being like you. Don't belittle them or their work.
Salesian. Don't tell me what I can and can't do, you third-rate apprentice!
About time someone's whacked one of the kids. It's just he should have backhanded him. You can put more force into it. A little bit more ergonomic on the wrist and everything, you know? Quatre, what do you think you're doing? Listen, asshole.
You're talking to the famous David Callahan, the preeminent scholar of engineering science and military technology, who has long upheld the very foundation of this nation's national defense. I've had enough of youngsters like Cronkite and Esmeralda acting like they're above me after all I've achieved. My latest research will propel Calvert to even greater heights, change the power balance of the entire continent. Why can no one understand just how much of a privilege it is to help with that?
Professor!
Well, you're free to have whatever lofty goals you want. But I think we've had our 10 minutes, don't you? Oh. We came here to explain the situation and offer a solution we thought would benefit everyone. You're welcome to try and cover up all the evidence and testimonies we've gathered, but I promise you it ain't gonna be easy. If you're as close to this revolution as you claim to be, then I'd give it another thinking through if I were you. I am done wasting time with you. I will be raising the issue of your illegal trespassing and appalling brazenness with Mr. Townsend. I admit that I may have been a little too harsh, but as long as you intend to cling to Professor Hamilton instead of aiming for something more, I have no interest in you. Unless you now see the benefits of developing your talents under me, after all. I would wager that would be a far better use of your time than waiting for like a little girl for an old woman who's long gone. Excuse me? Quatre? Pardon us.
Like a little girl.
There you are.
So this is what it looks like inside, huh?
It's so cool seeing the observatory. Is that the telescope?
That's right. Professor Hamilton had it specially made.
I'm sorry you had to witness that earlier, but I'm impressed you knew where to find me. Just had a feeling. We're happy to forget what we saw as long as you forget about us forcing our way into the research building. And behave. You can go ahead and have a seat over there. I'll go make us some tea. Better be good, otherwise we're smacking the other side of your face. So there aren't actually any astronomy professors here. Not at the moment. I'm the only one who comes here every day right now. But there was a time when quite a few researchers and students who all adored Professor Hamilton would come. Even Professor Callahan would from time to time. Oh. He never used to be like he is now. He's always seen Professor Hamilton as a rival, sure. But it used to be the friendly kind of rivalry that was beneficial to both sides. He taught me so much too. Really must have changed then. Yeah, from that to the uptight abusive asshole we saw earlier was some kind of fall. Professor Hamilton left the Republic 2 years ago, if I recall. And you're one of her students. That's right, I owe more to her than I can ever hope to repay. I've been looking after the observatory and her house ever since she left the country. Though I think it's debatable whether I'm doing a good job of it. The CEO of Vern, Mr. Townsend, is also one of the directors on the Institute's board, and he told me that he's considering shutting this place down because so few people are using it. Oh no. So that's why you've been doing all kinds of miscellaneous tasks to score points with him. That's awful. I really am sorry about earlier, though. I ended up interfering in your investigation by jumping in, didn't I? If I hadn't said anything... Don't sweat it. We ended up getting some useful info out of that whole outburst. My guess is you've noticed this by now, too. But his piss-poor attitude is the only bad thing going on with him. You really think so? I have the same feeling. It would explain why someone so respected has stooped to such irrational behavior. Feels like the question is, what is he trying to do that he's willing to go so far off the deep end for it? The computer hardware in his laboratory was state-of-the-art. I suspect he's using it to perform vast calculations, the kind that would be equally difficult to properly manage. I agree. I've never seen a simulation of this extent before, and it seemed that even that wasn't getting the results he wanted. He couldn't be. No, but that would... I see now. Well, we better keep an eye on that guy for a while. We ain't in Basel for that long, but we're going to be here for the next couple of days at least. Feels like we can afford to scratch each other's backs a bit, yeah? Whether that CEO wants us to or not. Alright, I do have my doubts about you, but I believe that Agnes is worthy of my trust. So if anything comes up, I'll be sure to let you know, to keep what the professor left behind safe, if nothing else. Nothing comes from not being honest with yourself, you know? We'll be kind on you, Quatre. Sure seems like he's being honest with himself to me, not trusting you is the right call. Oh, you are very much in the same boat with how boorish you are. Excuse me? You trying to pick a fight, kiddo? That's only proving my point, you know? Are you interested in the telescope? I was just wondering what it's like, that's all. It's only just past 5 o'clock, so we won't be getting a great view of the stars quite yet. But come with me, you might still be able to get a good view of the Great Shadar Triangle? Really? Yay! Ah, of course the two kids of the group would hit it off. You're also still a damn kid from my perspective. By the way, Agnes, was it just me or did you seem surprised by something when that professor was shouting up a storm? It wasn't just you. I cannot believe one of my assistants would try to set me up like this. Unbelievable. I give them a golden chance to help me obtain glory beyond their imagination, and this is how they choose to repay me? So it picked then of all times to shine? It's not doing it now, though. Do you think it could be just be a coincidence? You gotta wonder. Not like it'd be the first time it's shown at an odd time, like when we first ran into Grimcat.
Whoa! What's this room for?
That's Odette from the sound of it.
Odette? What brings you all here?
Found you! We've been looking for all of you.
We couldn't find you anywhere in the main building, so we wondered if you might be here.
Sorry for putting you guys out.
Well, not all of us are here for you. So this is their giant telescope. I've seen one in the Imperial Museum too, but it's so cool.
Oh! Can we take a look through it?
It's nice seeing this place this lively again. It's been so long.
It's getting destroyed. It's like a red flag. Maybe we'll have it rebuilt by the time we hit Farewell Zemuri, or whatever they call Daybreak 3. October 23rd, 6:10 p.m. Well, we'll be going back to our hotel now. Sure thing. Try not to stay up too late just because no one's keeping an eye on you. That telescope was amazing, though, wasn't it? I wish we could have had another look through it before we left. How about you come and walk around with us some on the last day, Fairy? We'd love to have you. Really? Your work sounds amazing, so I'd like that a lot. I'll just leave playtime to the kids, then. I'm more in the market for a place catered to adults. Oh, you want to join me on the... you want to join in on the fun, Four Eyes? I would never want to go to such a place. Sounds like it'd be kind of fun in its own way. It was nice to finally meet the famous Rosette, too. Maybe we could talk some more another... Oh yes, I would like that very much indeed. Then it's happening. Did you notice? Yeah, you managed to learn anything on your end? I'm afraid not. We heard something interesting from that genius professor, but that's about it. I'm not going to have much free time here, however, so I'm going to have to leave it to that nose of yours this time. Dumping all the work on me, huh? Great. Here's the tram, then we bid you all farewell. I should be able to meet you tomorrow morning at around 8 o'clock. I know it's a little early for good nights, but I hope you all have one regardless. Same to you. See you tomorrow. Sleep tight. So, what's eating away at you, funny maid?
Huh?
Is something up? Can't hide a thing from him.
I should have realized I wouldn't be able to keep my concerns a secret. To tell you the truth, I'm getting a peculiar sense of déjà vu from what's happening here in Basel.
Déjà vu? Your main job's being a concierge, but you also handle crisis management all over the country, right? So which does this Orbital Net and Distribution Network issue make you think of more? Liberal 6 years ago, or Crossbell 4 years ago?
You're proving perceptive and knowledgeable beyond belief.
I'm sure I've heard both of those things before, but... yeah, I think Sal's mentioned them at some point, too. The former was when all orbital power was shut off by the appearance of an ancient floating city. That was the Oriole in Liberal. That's Sky 2, I think. Yeah, Sky 1 was when you're in the castle basement. Sky 2 is the Oriole. The latter was when the orbital network was used to perform a man-made miracle, which was the Azure Tree incident in, of course, Azure. I never witnessed them firsthand, so there's a lot of gaps in what I know. But both were caused by things you wouldn't think could exist. Man, I think you'd made both events up if I didn't know better. I know what happened a year and a half ago in Crossbell, and that's just as batshit crazy on paper. When the whole continent was hacked, or whatever the word is...
I'm afraid I can't answer most of your questions because they would contain classified information. However, I believe this may end with a crisis different from the ones that Mr. Arkwright mentioned.
Huh? Well, Miss Perfect's Genesis start glowing again, there's bound to be something. No way the sun's without giving us a headache. Yeah, we're gonna need to be ready for trouble. You gotta head out somewhere now, right? I'll come with you if you want.
Again, you are perceptive beyond belief.
We might have only met in person recently, but I've known you for a real long time now. Whenever you stumble on a major problem, Bruin, you gotta report it to HQ, right?
Correct. What is happening here certainly falls under Code E of our regulations. But I see no harm in having someone with me during my report. We could also patrol the area at the same time. Does that sound all right?
More than all right. Let's get going. Wait. It's not just you two here, you know. Don't even think of leaving us out. I don't mind taking one of you, but the other's gonna have to stay behind. Someone will need to be available if Anya's or that boy we met decide to call. Right, makes sense. Fine, then come on, who are you taking? They can be swapped out at the computer. Well, Fairy, you get to stay and guard the base. So where do we have to go to even give this report? Your company HQ is so far away, I would have thought you'd just call them. There's a bit of a process involved for security reasons. For starters, we need to leave the city toward the canyon. This needn't take priority over any other work you would like to do, however. I see now. Got it, we'll head over once we've walked around a little then. So hopefully we can actually hit the pattern we've grown so accustomed to, where... Okay, the car is how we're driving out there. Basically dialogue, mission, story, dialogue, mission, story. It's just for the night. That one's still not done now that I think about it. So yeah, hopefully we can get this chapter under control because it's off to a fairly weird start. But anyway, I am the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.